Hey there, everybody. It's the Nasty One here again, and welcome back to another confessional for L&J's Survivor Khao over on 10 Gauge. As we left off last night, after having to vote out my longtime buddy Jay, we're now in the final two, the Tribal Council, the final Tribal Council of the entire season, and I'm going up against AJ from the original Galuk tribe, and I'm the last remaining representative of the Terang tribe. And looking at everyone that made merge, I can honestly say that from the jurors' opinion, more than likely, this is probably one of the worst, if not the worst possible, final two that they could have gotten. From all the other great players, I think me and AJ are not definitely in that category whatsoever. And it's good reasons why the jurors would think that. AJ not having Skype left him out of a lot of discussions over there. And it made him an easy target. People tried to vote him off numerous times throughout the merge. The early person of the merge, and definitely pre-merge, he was almost always a target. And then, with me, working for Amazon, this lovely company right here in front of me, it is peak season, and I almost always was at work every day when there was a challenge. So I really wasn't able to be in this game all the time, all day, every day. And I regret that immensely. I could have made more time for it, honestly. But I figured rather not get fired instead of, would I rather win the game? So hit and miss on that. But I think in the long run, that strategy worked out well for me. And I think the reason that is because I was able to play under the radar so well that no one remembered I was here. And I didn't get a vote against me until the Final Four, when I had to beat Kyle in that fire-making challenge. So really, that benefited me in that regard. And then it also benefited me in the fact that I picked the right people to work with for the majority of the game. Coming into this game, I didn't know a whole lot of players. The only people that I really knew, most of them were on Galuk to start. Julian, Maddie. Someone else was over there that I remember. I don't remember. I'm sorry, I can't remember your name right now. And then on this side, I knew Logan, who quit the first day. And I knew Jay. And I knew of Kyle. I didn't know Kyle on a personal level, but I had just finished playing against him in Ben Linus's Heroes vs. Villains. So I knew of his reputation, and I knew that he was a good player. Added the fact that he's a returner. Gotta give the man some respect. He's a good player. But I knew that I needed to work with Jay to start, because he was the closest thing I had to, like, a #1 ally. He was my tightest person throughout this entire game. And then we figured we might as well work with Kyle, because Kyle's a returner. He knows how to play this game, so let's bring him in. And then we ended up adding BB as well, because BB got along really well with Kyle. She got along well with Logan, and by proxy, she got well along with Jay. So I figured, oh great, this is a solid core 4. We can use this to our advantage. We didn't have to worry about it too much really pre-swap, because I think we only went to Tribal once, and that got rid of November, who wasn't really here. And then with the swap, Jay, BB, and I were still able to work together. And we did win that first challenge. And then that second challenge, we only flipped on Matt at the last second because we knew he was trying to get rid of Jay. Now, I wasn't aware that we were flipping on Matt. And coincidentally, we tried to vote out AJ, who's now sitting next to me here at the finals, buddy. So then we get to merge. And then I was playing under the radar so well that you guys on the jury thought I was on your side. Julian, when the Enzo vote was tied, he brought me into your guys' chat, and he figured that I was voting with you guys. Lo and behold, I was not. I had made a better alliance with Jay, Jabbar after the swap, Jimmy coming in at merge wanting to work with us. That formed another solid core 4, and then we brought in AJ and Maddie because we knew they were outsiders. And if we brought them in, that would give us the majority we needed. So then we managed to blindside Enzo, get him out of the game. Next vote with Maddie. The only reason that vote was tied was because Jimmy felt that Maddie was the bigger threat than Triss was. And in some regards, I think Maddie was the bigger threat, because she was a much better player. She was not a sheep like Triss was, and she was willing to think on her own and make her own decisions. Triss was not. And that's why we wanted to get Triss out, because we figured he's still got an idol. That's one less idol we got to worry about. Didn't work out that well, but we got BB to get rid of her and Logan's idols. So that got another 2 idols off the board. Got Triss out next time because then we had the numbers. And then from there, the last second, next vote, that was BB's vote off. Original plan was to take out BB because we knew BB didn't have any idols. It was a safe vote. We didn't want to risk Julian playing his idols. And then for some reason, at the last second, Jay got paranoid that Jimmy was going to vote him off. So he wanted to swing the vote in Jimmy's direction. And then Jimmy ends up playing his idol. So that works out well for us, because then Jay and I still have our idols. Of course, I gave my idol to Jay, because I knew I could trust Jay with it, and I knew Jay wouldn't backstab me with that idol. And I knew if we held on to it long enough, we could secure ourselves a spot in the Final Four. So then after we got rid of those idols, BB went home because Julian played his super idols, so there's 2 more idols off the board. We know that all the people in the minority now do not have idols because Kyle played his pre-swap. So then we can pick who we wanted to go home. We got Julian out because we knew Julian was friends with a lot of the people on the jury, and he would get a lot of votes if he made it to the end. So with him gone, next up, I wanted Kyle gone, because I know Kyle is a very good player. He's a very big threat. And if he got to the end, he would hands down win this game. Only problem was Jimmy was also a very big threat to win. But I had built such a good alliance with Jimmy that I didn't want to vote him out. So Jay and I disagreed on this vote. So I decided to stick with Jimmy. And we figured maybe we can force a tie. Maybe we can get someone to flip. Unfortunately, it didn't work out for us. Jimmy still went home. Next vote, Kyle won immunity, so obviously we can't take out Kyle. So the next start we had to take out was Jabbar, because Jabbar was the better player, and I felt like he was getting a little too close to Jay for my liking, because I'd come to find out, before Jimmy got voted off, I found out that him, Jabbar, Julian, and Jay had all played together recently, so they knew each other really well. That worried me a little bit, but it turns out I didn't have to worry about that as much as I thought, because Jay still valued my friendship over Jabbar's, which is why he was willing to vote out Jabbar. And then we use those 2 idols, guarantees us Final Four. When we come to the Final Four, I get pressed into a fire-making challenge. So I know now I need to show up, I need to act, I need to play the game. I can't hide under the radar anymore. I have to control my own destiny from here on out. Ended up winning the challenge, thank God. I've never won one of those before. Coming to the Final 3, I knew I needed to win the challenge in order to have a chance of winning this game. I won the challenge, and then I had to make the difficult decision to vote out Jay. I knew if Jay got to the end with me, he's going to win 9-0. If he gets to the end with AJ, probably also wins close to 9-0, maybe 8-1, 8-2. I don't know. But those 2 moves are probably my strongest ones at the end of the game, because they're ones I had to do myself. I realized you can only get so far under the radar, that at some point you have to leap out, you have to take control. And at the Final Four, I felt safe enough where I could do that. So that was basically what I did this game. I played to my strengths, I played under the radar for most of it, let the bigger players attack themselves, take themselves out, then when the time came, leapt into action, controlled my own destiny to the end. I know you guys probably won't respect this gameplay. You have every right not to, because I think you guys felt like you earned it more. You played harder from the start. You felt like you guys earned it more than I did, and I completely understand that. And if you think AJ did the same thing, then you guys more than willing can go vote for him. I will not be upset, because I understand why you guys see it that way. So I can't wait to hear your guys' questions. I look forward to speaking with each of you, and I hope I can change some minds on the jury and hopefully walk away winning this game. So, guys, without further ado, this is the Nasty One, signing off.